Well, look who's here, all the way down the QEW. Good to see you, Mr. Mayor.
Good to be seen.
Jim Diodati. So you guys are coming off probably a great weekend, right?
Yeah.
Like this Canada Day weekend is, I don't know, everybody's been so happy from what I've seen. Everybody's been so excited because it's just not Canadian tourists. You're getting them from across the border.
You're exactly right. So domestic tourism, so people in Canada visiting, we're back to our usual numbers. The U.S. visitation is roaring back. And it's funny, for a few years, you didn't see U.S. plates in Niagara Falls. Yeah. And as kids, we'd play these games, my brothers, my sister and I, we'd track how many different states or provinces you could see plates from. And you didn't see any of that through COVID, obviously. But now you're seeing them from all over, from New Mexico, California, Florida, all over, not just the close ones, but all of them. So by next year, we're anticipating we'll be back to full steam with international. We're already back to full steam with domestic. Things are roaring back.
Right. Federal tourism announcement last week.
Yes.
Anything surprising in that, or was that as expected?
Well, I think the main thing, Tim, is that we acknowledge that tourism is a $105 billion industry in Canada. Right. $105 billion. It's our second biggest export. So they realize it's important. And, like they say, brush the teeth you want to keep. And Minister Boisneau, I suggested to him we should have a grand reopening of Canada on the Rainbow Bridge.
What was his response to that?
He goes, I loved it. I go, we'll roll out a red carpet, we'll cut a big ribbon, we'll let some doves go, and the message will be, all you need is your passport.
There you go. Right? How was Canada Day? And fireworks is a big thing for you. You probably hear about this all the time, and they have been put off because of the smoke situation, right? Yeah. They did happen on Canada Day because things did clear up.
They did on Canada Day, also on July the 4th. Very, very popular. When you're down there, you'll see tens of thousands of people standing there, waiting, and kids in strollers, people with their pets. Traffic literally stops for 5 minutes, and then right after, instantaneous applause. It's a real cool vibe if you get a chance to go down there. We're also looking at new technologies like drone shows, laser shows, but they take time and they take money, but we're looking at that as well.
Yeah, because with the drone show, because I know what happened at the Ticat game, Annette loved it after the game on Saturday. Is there, when it comes to things, the international border stuff?
Yes.
That's what makes it tricky?
You're exactly right. There's no fly zones. You got to be careful crossing that border. Anything that flies across the border, you have to be careful of. So yeah, there's a lot of things to consider. And those drones occasionally do drop off and fall into the river, and that's not good for aquatic life either.
You saw some video there from Fireman's Park. That's going to be keep going on Canada Day?
Yeah, so in the past, we always had the parade. Now we had our event at Fireman's Park in the north end of the city. It was so popular. People loved it. And there were so many neat things to do, and people were exploring. Big hit, knocked it out of the park. And no, you're smirking again. Yes, because we had axe throwing and we had beer gardens, but no, there were no issues to speak of.
Yeah. Are you Italian?
I am. I am part Italian.
You're part Italian.
Half Italian.
Right. So you know Nutella then?
Yes, I know Nutella. Yes.
The Italian treat, and they had made a jar promoting the falls itself.
Yes, and I've been to Italy. I've been lots of places in Italy, and everything's got Nutella in the desserts there. And very, very popular. And what a cool combination, bringing Nutella with Niagara Falls.
Yeah, so cool. Actually, those came across my desk, and I took it home, and the kids gobbled it up. This one, those next pictures, that was from Nikola Tesla Day. That was this past weekend?
It was. It was Sunday, and we celebrated the 10th annual Nikola Tesla Day. That's Boris. He's the gentleman that organized it. We had hundreds and hundreds of people there. A lot of people don't necessarily realize Nikola Tesla harnessed the falls, and that's the birthplace of hydroelectric energy for the world. That's where, and we've got the Niagara Parks Power Station that they used 9 of Nikola Tesla's patents to build. 9 of the 13 were from him, and at a time when it was thought of as witchcraft, converting water to electricity. So we celebrate all the great things he brought us, from X-ray machines to electricity, and of course it was a big event in Niagara Falls.
There's so many events that probably come across your desk, and I know you like to get to a lot of them, and even like people retiring you like to get to, but not just anybody retiring, somebody special.
Yeah, so we had Rona. She works at Shoppers Drug Mart for the last 41 years, same store, same cosmetics department. She moved down to Niagara 41 years ago, and she's so sweet. I visited her. It was actually on Canada Day. That's why I have the Canada Day t-shirt on. And she was very emotional because she takes care of these people like they're her own family. Some people, they can't remember their passwords, or they don't remember what lipstick they used to buy, or whatever personal items that they need. She treats them like family, like her own grandparents. So she's a sweetheart. She goes, I'm going to miss that. So she got emotional, but we're going to miss Rona. Friendly, familiar face at the Town and Country Shoppers Drug Mart.
You brought some swag the last 30 seconds? What do you got?
Yeah, last 30 seconds, buddy. So this is a t-shirt from 905 Rentals, buddy. And these guys run the Sea-Doos, and they are inviting you to the Jetovator.
The Jetovator, which is, it's kind of like flyboard, right? It's where you like hover above the water.
Yes.
Oh yeah, these things. Yeah.
That's it.
So I've done this for the show before, and I was telling you off camera that I've been up there, and you feel like you're way up there, and then you look at the video, you're like 3 feet off the ground.
So that's Brian. He's the gentleman that owns it. Brian and Mike said, please tell Tim anytime we will host him. So that's a challenge. Do you accept?
Okay. If I'm going, you're going. We're going.
Let's do it.
You're going with me.
We're going.
Okay. So we'll see who can get 3 or 4 feet higher. Okay. Niagara Falls Mayor Jim Diodati. Good seeing you, pal. And thanks for making the trip.
Hey, my pleasure.
Yeah.
Next time, Super Sata.
Okay, work on that tan, huh?